Good morning. How's everyone doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? Margin Netflix series called The Serpent. I might have to check that out. Good? Yeah, I might check that out. I love this guy. I love you too. Don't forget to like the stream. That's right. Don't forget to like the stream. Morning from India. There was a cyclone in India? Morning, guys. Great video. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, guys. Yeah, make sure to go check out that video yesterday. I like that. I like that format. It could be a little boring. So, I don't know. It's real live trading, but for YouTube, I don't know. But if you guys like it, then sure. Voice seems delayed. It'll probably work itself out. User error, maybe. Smoking weed? No, but I've been staying up late. I don't like that. Maybe in college, J-Rocks, but not anymore, man. The meme on Twitter, was that you that made that meme on Twitter? Yeah, that was good, man. That was good. User error. Absolutely user error. What's on my Christmas list? What is on my Christmas list? It's a good question. I think I wanted just some stuff for the house back in Naples. I'm redoing some of that stuff, and I'm redoing like the garage and stuff like that. I don't really want Christmas gifts anymore from Santa. Another Porsche. Where'd I go to school? UCF. Go Knights, baby. University of Central Florida. Go Knights. Morning, guys. TTL. That's right, man. All right. Let's get started. So, Naples, Italy. Yeah. I wish. So actually, I don't know if I wish. Do I wish that? All right, guys. Good morning. Welcome back. Hope you guys had a good day yesterday. Nice day. I think an interesting day for me. Started out with a few losses, as you guys might have saw in my video yesterday, but came back strong. Some nice later day trades back to the upside. Back on. We caught that upside on Nvidia. Caught a little bit of upside on SPY. So that was a really nice break and retest to that 45.70 level on the SPY yesterday. So a nice day. Overall, a good day. I'm happy with how I sort of adjusted to what the market was doing, and that really was key yesterday. Yesterday's move, yeah, it was a little bit to the upside, but again, it didn't go anywhere. So the S&P 500 is still within the same exact channel. The NASDAQ is still rejecting 16,000. This is a very extended period of sideways consolidation, right? We are getting pretty deep into sideways consolidation here. We have been in this channel for almost 2 weeks now. So it's been pretty sideways. So, hey, if you've had a little bit of trouble over the last few weeks, just, take a look at the market, understand, hey, I understand why maybe I'm struggling here. The market's been pretty sideways, a little bit difficult. Yeah, so it's not like you're missing out on straight up, straight down moves. It's been very, 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 very surgical, I would say, is what's needed in this sideways move, right? Very surgical, very trusting of levels, and hopefully you guys are understanding it. I actually don't mind trading in a channel like this because we can respect those levels. But anyways, let's get into it. FGCU, nice, man. Yeah, that's right. That's my hometown right there. All right, let's do it. Schedule. So, is there any earnings that I care about? I don't think so. Let me pull it up real quick on my end. GameStop. GameStop earnings. C3.ai, GameStop today. Nothing that I care about. Tomorrow, Lululemon, DocuSign, Broadcom, Restoration Hardware. Broadcom could be interesting, but yeah, not really interested on the earnings there. So we'll move forward from that. Economic calendar. As always, press that like button if you guys could. Here we go. So today, non-farm, ADP, 8:15. That's soon. That's in about 8 minutes here. So 8 minutes. We do have some news at 8:15. Keep an eye on that. We'll watch that live as that happens. Oh, look at that. A little timer right there, huh? That's interesting. We got ourselves a little live timer here. So we'll keep an eye on that, right? That's today. Tomorrow, unemployment. And then Friday, average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, and then consumer sentiment at 10 o'clock. We'll see if I'm... so I am going to visit some family and visit friends on tomorrow. So Friday live stream, I'm going to give it my best shot. I'm definitely going to try to get on. I should be able to. So just know that the Friday live stream might not be my best performance. It will be a traveling live stream. So just be aware of that, guys. If you are here now and you're listening, Friday might be a little bit of a, mobile live stream. Maybe just focus on the real important things. Sort of keep out the fluff. Sort of jump into the NASDAQ, jump right into the charts, and review what's going on there. So yeah, that's Friday. Do we have some Bank of Canada today? Let me see. We got a little CAD action. What do we got on the CAD here? CAD. Okay. Yeah. Bank of Canada rate statement, 10 a.m. So, all right. Good call there. Thank you, Gareth. Appreciate that. This is sometimes a interesting reaction on the market, guys. Sometimes, right? Sometimes we get a little bit of movement there. So, Bank of Canada rate statement, overnight rate, 10 o'clock today. So, keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. Yeah. All right. All right, guys, let's move forward. So 8:15 is really the only thing today, 8:15 in the U.S., and then 10 o'clock Canada. So keep an eye on that. I don't know if it's going to be huge, right? At 10 o'clock on BOC, but I think it's worth a watch. All right. Tesla, very nice hold yesterday on Tesla, right? Very nice hold yesterday on Tesla. Very big squeeze. You guys saw that happen. Didn't catch anything on it. It was just a little bit too fast to the upside. And I just sort of missed that upside move, which, hey, it's going to happen, guys. You can't be upset when you miss a move, right? There's always the next day, and man, is there a setup every day lately. So please stop caring about if you miss trades. Please, right? This is the biggest, I think that's the biggest, one of the bigger problems that we have, right, is as maybe a trader with a little bit too much emotion, we just get upset when we miss something. But man, you really need to, figure or learn, hey, there's always another trade. There's always another trade. You've been witnessing that. So Tesla straight up missed it. But hey, what didn't I miss it with? Long-term shares, baby. Apple, big squeeze on Apple. And Apple actually held its squeeze. Tesla did not hold up. Tesla faded the entire afternoon. It got sold into the entire afternoon. Apple held the entire afternoon. So this is sort of interesting, right? Apple held really well over 192. And so we need to watch this today. This is interesting. Nvidia, major 450 bounce. That was that demand we were talking about yesterday. Very nice bounce there. AMD, I love this setup today. This is my top watch today. Top watch today, AMD 119. Very interesting setup here. Microsoft 371, Meta still stuck. Meta was very weak yesterday. And then Amazon back within its range. And we will review that today. All right. All right. It is time, my friends. It is time to jump into the charts. And before we do that, if you could be so kind, and if you could press that like button and continue to help grow the streams, grow the channel, right? I need your help. The channel needs to continue to juice. And if you guys could, I appreciate that. Let's do it. All right. NASDAQ. So, yesterday, what did we do? What did we do yesterday? The key move of yesterday was the break and hold above the Thursday, Friday lows and the yesterday rejection point. That is right here above that 20 SMA and above that 15,875. So if we jump down into the 5-minute chart, you're going to see the little reaction. And it was a little sloppy, right? It was a little sloppy. It wasn't perfect. It was perfect in the morning. It was a little sloppy in the afternoon, right? The afternoon got real sideways, real choppy, and this is just death, guys, right? This is why majority of my days are done by 11, 11:30, 12 o'clock, because this right here, if you are trying to trade this, that is absolute death on option contracts, right? And you do not want to be a part of that. You do not do not want to be a part of this. I have been a part of this in the past. I know exactly how this feels, especially, right, if you enter this period on the market and you're red on the day. Oh boy, could that become a really ugly day, right? If you enter this sideways consolidation, this chop late afternoon after being red on the day, and your only goal is to try to make your money back, you could get absolutely demolished here. And so I avoid this action like the plague, man. I do not get involved in this. When I start to see this occur, I step away faster than anything else. And so this is why, after seeing this so many times and just having that experience in the back of my head, and this is something that I say to the group, right? You have to experience the shit show, right, to know what could happen. So this is why I think a lot of people go through these painful times in trading because they don't know, right? They don't have that. They haven't been scarred, right? Trading is a lot of your experiences in your education in trading will come from battle scars, right? Battle wounds, and just remembering the dark times. And so if you guys are going through one of those dark times, man, trust me, it's a necessary time, and you need to stay alive. You need to focus on staying alive because you do not learn how to avoid disgusting things if you do not experience them. And that is the truth, right? That is the truth. No one will know what they should and should not do if they have not done something that they should not have done, right? I hope you understand what I'm saying, right? There's no way to learn certain things in trading without going through some really disgusting stuff, right? So I hope you understand that, right? Because it is very, very crucial. It is very, very crucial to go through that. But some people don't come out alive, right? Rest in peace to our boys. Rest in peace to our fellow traders that did not make it out alive. But I promise you, if you make it out alive, you come out a lot stronger. So anyways, yesterday, right, this was the key. This was the key move right here. And this was the break and retest that we traded on the ES, right? This was the break and retest that we traded on the ES. It was right here. And it did the same thing on the NASDAQ, right? We did the exact same thing on the NASDAQ. You see this, right? Big squeeze at 10 o'clock off that JOLTS data. Pull back into that 15,875, right? Pull back into that retest level and a little bit of a continuation move. That was... Oh, we got the 8:15 data. All right, we'll go over that in 1 second, guys. That was, right? Why did we hold that level? Well, that is TTL right there, my friends. That is just TTL. That is this previous low, and Monday's highs, right? That's all we did. We just broke. We retested the Monday triple top, the Thursday, Friday hot lows, right? And we held, and it had created a nice long opportunity, which eventually... right, did not hold up very well. But it did create a trading opportunity. So, today, we're getting that data right now, right? We can see 8:15, ADP. We're getting a little bit of movement to the upside. Nothing enough, right? There's nothing here, right? A little bit of movement, but you didn't do anything yet. TTL is trust the levels. A little hashtag for us. Yeah, ADP came out. Nothing really there, right? Nothing really there. So... let's just continue as if we are just viewing the levels here. So what did we do, right? We held that retest level, right? We held that previous, that Monday rejection point. We held it as demand all day, all afternoon, in the morning as well. You can see we curled off of it. But where are we trading into, right? Where are we trading into? Where did the NASDAQ reject this morning? Again, guys, right? We go over these levels every day. You can very clearly see how the market trades within these levels. Very, very clear this morning. 16,000 supply is very much there. So we have officially found a very clean channel this morning, which I do like, right? You guys we can already identify the channel that we are trading in this morning. We are trading within 16,000 and 15,875 and maybe even down to around that 15,860 20 SMA. All right, that's our channel for the day. So supply high, demand low, and you look for rejections here, you look for demand here, you look for break and holds of either side, right? That's it. That's it. You wait for these levels to hit for some opportunity, for some trading opportunity. So today I will look for 16,000 supply rejections, right? I will look for 16,000 break-in retests. I will look for a pullback early morning for a demand hold maybe at the 20 SMA, right? Or I will look for a break and hold below that 20 SMA, back below that Monday high, back below that Thursday, Friday low, right? Those are my 4 trade opportunities right there. So that is what I will walk into the day looking for. Very clear, nice levels, being respected. Keep an eye on those levels, all right? Same thing on the QQQ, guys. Same exact thing. 30-minute chart, we can see right here, 386 in the QQQ was the Thursday low. It was the Friday low. It was the Monday high, right? We see that very clearly right there. And what did we do yesterday, intraday, on the QQQ? You can see it right here, right? 5-minute chart on the QQQ. We came up, we came down, we retested, we held, we came back down, and we held this demand pretty much all afternoon, right? So that's our demand today, right? That's our demand today. 386 on the QQQ is our downside demand that if we trade back into it, right, we got to look to see if that holds again, right? If we come back down into this 386, we look to see if that holds again. Upside supply is at 389. 389, we'll go to the 30-minute chart. We can see right here, this 389 is the previous rejection here, rejections here, right? And we are rejecting it right now. So we got ourselves a nice little 3-point range today. We got 389 on the Qs to 386. I'm not Mexican. I'm Italian, yes. Oh, I guess I'm American. So something that's funny real quick. I know I'm going to waste your time, but if you meet people that are not from America, right? Like I have some Peruvian friends here in Miami, and if you say that you're Italian and you're not actually from Italy, they make fun of you. So I'm really to someone that's actually not from the U.S. You can't say that you're Italian, right? Because technically you were born in U.S. So I'm American. That's really the answer. But to my American friends, I say that I'm Italian, right? So if you're not, in the U.S., you say where your family's from, right? Even if you're not from there. So my heritage is Italian heritage. Am I from Italy? No. And so they did not like that I said I was Italian. They said, no, man, you're American. I was like, all right. So anyways, let's continue. 389, right? 389, that's your supply. 386, that's your demand. Vamos way. Vamos way. So upside, watch 389. You guys can see that, right? And then to the downside, watch that 386. All right, let's continue. S&P 500. S&P 500. This is very important today. 45.77. Okay? Let me go to the hourly chart. You guys can see right here, the ES has been a sideways, very sideways market, right? You can see that very clearly. A very sideways market on the S&P 500. It's been nothing but a demand hold down at 45.50 and supply rejections up at 4,600, right? Very clear, very clear, very clear. Something to be watching. So yesterday, what did we do, right? We came back down into that 45.50. Previous demand holds all last week, right? And we held it again. We held it again at 45.50, and we pushed to the upside. Now, the level that I am very much focused on today is the 45.77, 45.80 area. You can see we had previous rejections here. We had some rejections here. We had rejections on Monday, right? And today, we are doing potentially a little break and hold above that level, right? So this is the key level, I think, today. I believe it is this previous Monday triple top right here, right? If we zoom into the short term, I believe the key level to be watching today is right here. This triple top, right? And this high from yesterday. You guys can very clearly see how the market reacted to this 45.77, 45 futures. This morning, we are above that level, right? So if we are above this triple top and yesterday's double top, right, then I'm looking to see on any pullback, does this start to hold, right? So today, in my eyes, I don't think you want to short anything on this market if the S&P 500 is above 45.77, 45.78. I would not want to short back into this level here, right? Because this could be a very clear hold above these previous highs. And if that sets up, if this sets up, right, and you start to hold here, this could create a nice upside move, right? Slot Warrior gives me a donation to talk about some shitty Bitcoin, shitty cryptocurrency coin. Hey, man, I'll take the $9.99. I appreciate that. But I think you're probably advertising to the wrong group here, my friend. So, 45.77, 45.78. That's the level to watch. You guys can see right here, triple top. You can see the highs here. Watch that level today, guys. This is going to be your major level of the day, in my opinion. All right? Now, if we do get upside off that minus 9.99, if we do get upside off that 45.78, 45.77, you still need to be aware, right, of the 4,600 supply. This does not, even if we catch along here, right, that does not mean that we are mindlessly holding longs into the 4,600 level, right? That's very, very, something you very much need to pay attention to, okay? So you very much need to pay attention to the 45.77, 45.78 demand, but you also need to understand that if you do catch that long, that you could see this, right? And you need to know that, hey, we're trading into supply. I am long potentially. If you are long, right, you need to pay attention to the fact that you could still see rejections up there at the 4,600, which you very clearly have seen in the past, all right? Make sure you know that. If you break back under the 77 today and you start to reject that previous high from Monday, then I think you probably see some weakness, all right? SPY. This is the same exact thing on SPY, guys, right? You can see it's doing the exact same thing. It's doing the exact same thing. Here's your 15-minute chart on SPY. Where was the previous triple top? You guys can see right here. 1, 2, 3. Triple top on the SPY at 457. You can see yesterday, we rejected 457. We rejected 457. And so that is a very clear level. Now, today, you've broken it, and you've come back down into it. If this flags, right, if you flag here and you push to the upside, this could be a very interesting long spot on the ES, on the NASDAQ, or on the ES and SPY today. The 457 on the SPY is a very interesting long spot there. Kels, I appreciate that, Kels. $4.99 donation. Thank you for the support, Kels, and hope all is well. So, 457, you guys can see that right there. That's your key demand. If you hold that today, I would assume there's some upside. I would not short if the SPY is above 457, right? I would not try to short if the market is... Let's think about this logically, okay? It's all logic. I'm not shorting the market if it's above the last 2-day highs, right? Does that make sense? No. I'm not going to short the market if it is above the last 2 trading days, if it's above the highs of the last 2 trading days. That's just market structure right there. We're above Monday's highs. We're above Tuesday's highs. We're holding above those highs on Wednesday. That is a short-term bullish movement. I would not want to be short back into those highs. Now, if we break those highs and we turn those previous highs back into rejection points, then yes, right? Absolutely, I'll look for shorts there. But that is not what's happening at the moment. So we cannot front run that idea. We can only take that idea if we see that happen, right? If we see that happen. So if we get under that 457, then I would look for that short. Now, the only other place that I would say, hey, if you know what you're really doing, if you're a short-term scalper, I could build the case that, hey, if you get that big push into that supply high, maybe there's some short-term action here for downside, right? Maybe there's a little bit of a short-term ES 4600 supply rejection that you can catch, right? If you get something like this and you start to see some weakness up here, sure, there could be a little short-term action, supply rejection at 46, but, right, you need to be sort of cautious up there. You need to understand the price action that's happening. There might be a scalp to the downside up here, but you need to understand that you are above the last 2-day highs. So, SPY, 457 demand, 458.50 supply. All right? All right. Russell, look at that, guys. That was our level. Look what it's doing. 1860, that's your demand level. We've been, we had this on our charts the last few days. You guys can see it right there, 1860 demand on the Russell. Keep an eye on that demand on the Russell there. All right, it is 8:28. Can we get a couple more likes here before 8:30? It looks like we're pretty close. What are we at? Let's see. Let me get a live count. We are at 898. Can we get another 100 likes on the live stream? 904. Press that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We're about to jump into some stocks. Tesla, Nvidia, Google, Amazon, AMD, Meta. Press that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Here we go. All right. We got our 1,000 likes. I appreciate that, guys. As always, firm handshakes to the group. All right, so Tesla, what is Tesla doing? Very, very nice hold here at this 238 level. Very nice hold here at this 238 level. Look at this level on Tesla. So you guys can see right here, Tesla 238. This was a previous high, right? Previous high. We can see these previous highs that were formed at this 238. What did Tesla do yesterday? We had a big squeeze. I mean, just a monster squeeze up into our supply at the 246, 247. That was a very nice supply rejection up there at that 246, 247 level. You can see it right there. Very nice previous rejection here. And again, a nice rejection right there. Manuel Gonzalez. Thank you, Manuel. So, big squeeze, but a fade all day. But where did the fade come back into? The fade stopped at the 238 demand, right? Right there. The 238 demand, the fade came back into that previous high, and it held that previous high really, really nicely, right? And we can see a little bit of an upside push. Now, today, I would be watching first 243, right? Because this is that previous low right there. And if we go to the 5-minute chart, we can see there was some reaction at 243 yesterday before failing it. So I would watch 243. What the hell? I would watch 243 today on Tesla, right? That's your first supply level, okay? That's your first level to be watching. If you get above 243 and you hold above it today, right, then I would be watching that 100 SMA at 244, right, wherever that 100 SMA is. Keep an eye on that 100 SMA level, right? Keep an eye on that level. And then above that, you have your supply high from the previous day at that 247. So 247, 100 SMA, and 243 are your potential rejection points today. If you break above those levels and hold above them, then more upside. If you get a pullback today on Tesla, right, the first level I'd be watching is this little pre-market low. I would honestly watch like the 240, right? That's around our 240 level. If you do get a pullback on Tesla, I would first watch the 240, right, as a potential demand. And if you get under that, I'd watch the 238 as a potential demand. Okay? So, your channel on Tesla today is 243, 240, and 238. Okay? Very clear levels. Keep an eye on that area, right? Keep an eye on those levels on Tesla. Yeah, a little bit of, what did we just get? We got, Why didn't I have that on my economic calendar? Oh, productivity. So Forex Factory failed me there, right? These economic calendars, none of them are perfect, right? Forex Factory did not have this right here. 830 U.S. productivity, U.S. trade deficit, big pump on U.S. productivity, U.S. trade deficit. We're coming into that 46, right? And look how that flag worked out there, right? Obviously it's off data, but hey, nice little flag right there on the SPY that we were talking about. Nice little flag there on the ES that we were referring to. And a nice little squeeze that's happening right now. So, where are we pushing into? We're pushing into that 4,600 supply. That's going to be our big watch today now. That's very clear. Let's go to the NQ. Where's the NQ at? Okay, the NQ is still under 16,000. NQ is still under 16,000. Interesting. All right, so we're watching 16,000. Was it on Forex Factory? Did I miss it? I may have missed it. Oh. Whatever. We'll continue. So 16,000, right? Very key level there. We're still right under it. So let's watch that 16, right? And if we hold above that 16 today here on the NASDAQ futures, that could be a nice long spot, right? If we hold above that 16,000 on the NASDAQ futures today, that could be a nice long spot. So watch that 16,000. That might be the level we trade off of. RC, Desi, cheers from Chicago. Damn, $20 donation. I've been in Discord for 3 months now, watching your videos for 3 years. Have a cocktail on me, brother. Thanks for all your attention to detail every day. Thank you so much, RC. I appreciate that. Cheers. Cheers. I'll have a cocktail. I'll have a dirty martini, my friend. How's a dirty martini sound? Thank you very much. Jason, appreciate this every morning, Sensei. I appreciate you, Jason. Thank you for the donations, man. Thank you, guys. So 16,000 on NQ. Look at that. Keep an eye on that, right? Keep an eye on that. 16K NQ. That could be either our rejection or our break and retest hold above, right? Break and retest hold above. Trading economics. All right, I'll look around, guys. It's not too big of a deal. All right, Tesla, 243, right? That's our level, 243. All right, let's continue. Apple. Big boy squeeze yesterday, right? Big boy squeeze, right? And where did Apple hold on the intraday? If we zoom into the 2-minute chart, we will see that momentarily. But let's zoom out to the hourly real quick. You guys can see right here, 192, right, was our previous supply high on Apple, right? That was our previous channel high on Apple. It was 192. We got above that level, right? But let's go down to that 2-minute chart, and let's take a look at what happened at 192 yesterday on the intraday. So if we go to the 2-minute chart, and we go and zoom into 192, look at this little candle that formed on Apple yesterday, right at that level. That is a very, very bullish candle there. And you can see we got a push above the 192. We came back, we held it, we wicked off of it, and that's where that continuation came in. So very nice little 192 hold there yesterday. Very clear levels to be watching today. So if you get a pullback on Apple at any point today, right? That is a very big squeeze for Apple. Thank you very much. That is much larger than Apple's daily trading range. So the attitude of some people, man, just the overall attitude, right? Just be happy. Just the overall attitude on the internet sometimes of some people. Just gross. So 2-minute chart, right? You guys can see right here that 192 is a nice hold. Let's go back to the 15-minute. Actually, you know what? Let's go 20-day 1 hour. You guys can see right there. That's that 192 level, right? Previous high. If you get a pullback today, that is the level you are watching, right? That is the level you are watching on a pullback. If you pull back to that 192, I would look for that potential long. If you pull back to that 191, I would also look for the potential long. So I would look for pullbacks today on Apple as potential long opportunities after the break of the channel, right? Apple has broken this entire structure, right? It's broken it. It's broke it, all right? And so what I would look for, if you get a pullback today, if you have the liberty of a pullback, I would look for that demand long after a pullback. Now, this 194.50 supply that you guys can see that got stuck yesterday, we got to go back pretty damn far to see where that comes from. And this is right here. This is the 4-hour chart, and this is the high from June 30th, right? June 30th. You guys can see right here. June 30th, right? You can see right there at 194.50. That is that previous high right there, 194.50. And if we go over to Apple from yesterday, we can see that that is exactly where Apple had a little bit of struggle to get above, right there. So today, you watch that 194.50 supply. You watch to see whether it rejects, right? Or it breaks and holds above. Or you look for that demand hold down at 192, all right? What'd the NQ do off 16? Yeah, a little drama. Drama. 16K. There's your drama of the day. Right there. 16,000. All right, let's continue. Nvidia. We talked about that 450 demand. Man was at a nice hold, right? Man was at a nice 450 demand hold. If we go to the 15-minute chart, let's sort of zoom in on this. Not like that. We do not want to zoom in like that. All right, so Nvidia, you guys can see yesterday, we came into the day at that previous low, that 450 demand. We talked about that yesterday. What a squeeze off that level. We held above the 150 SMA near open. Big squeeze to the upside off that level. Now, later in the day, right, you can see, or, sort of after the push started to slow down, we started to slow down right here. And that was the previous lows, right? So Nvidia pushed up into the previous lows right here. All right, we see a push, a rejection at the previous lows. Now, after that rejection at the previous lows, you pull back. Where did you pull back into? You pulled back into the previous highs right here, and you held it very nice around that 458 level. You got your push to the upside here in the after hours pre-market. So what I would be watching for today is a pullback, and I don't have a perfect level for you because it could be a little bit messy here. But I would look for a pullback anywhere between, really, I know it's a little bit of a large range, which can make this a little bit difficult. But I would look for a pullback anywhere between the previous day highs, right here, and these lows right here, right? I think Nvidia, if you do get a pullback, could hold anywhere between the previous highs here and the previous lows here, right? Anywhere between 466 and 462. It's a $4 range, and that's a little bit of a large range to be trading in, right? To sort of take an entry. So I'm a little bit cautious there, right? Because if I take a trade here at 466, all right, I would still want to be in the trade at 462 because I still believe that it could even hold that 462 previous lows. So if you do take a pullback trade on Nvidia, all right, the idea here is, hey, just scale down, right? Scale down and understand you are still in a valid trade if it's above this 462 low, right? If Nvidia is above this low right here, I still believe that a pullback could be held up. So that's a little bit of a difficult area on Nvidia, but I will be sort of monitoring that 466, 462 area. I like that area for potential pullback longs. Now, the supply level above is very big, and I would not just think Nvidia is going to go, to new highs or something like that, right? This is a very big previous low. And let me go ahead and get to the 30-minute here. It shows it with a little bit greater detail. Look at this 30-minute chart on Nvidia, right? And look at this previous low, previous low, previous low, right? We had a previous triple top low on Nvidia at 475. That is very clear, right? That is very clear. That is a very clear level on Nvidia. 475, previous triple bottom low, that once we broke it, right, it caused a lot of downside, a lot of weakness. So what are we doing today? We are pushing back into 475. And in all honesty, right, this could be nothing, right? If, you know, it wouldn't be surprised at all if this is nothing but a break, retest, and another rejection at this previous low, right? That would not be surprising at all. Of course, this would require that the market stays weak, which it's not really that weak right now. So I'm not, that interested in that 475 rejection. I will be aware of it if I am trading long, right? I will be understanding, hey, I'm long Nvidia and we're starting to approach 475. I need to be careful here because there could be some potential rejections at this 475 level. So 475, I think, is your major watch today on Nvidia. Keep an eye on that area. That's the previous triple top low. That is a very big level on Nvidia. Above that, you move into the 485. AMD, Microsoft. All right, AMD, my top watch today, which it's starting to sort of slip away from me, unfortunately. Yeah, but I think I'll still get a potential pullback here. Here's AMD, right? Here's AMD. And this looks really good, right? If I can get an entry closer to 119 today, this looks really good. So 119, previous low, right? That's very clear. What did 119 turn into on Monday? A very clear rejection, right? And what are we doing today? We have reclaimed 119. We have pulled back into 119, and we have held 119. So if I could get an entry point around this 119 today for longs, I would be very interested, right? I would be very interested on a pullback long into 119 on AMD because I know that this is a previous high and a previous low. I know this is a very key level. And if I can get something like this and I start to see AMD maintain this area, right, then I'm going to look for that potential long. So 119 is a big watch for me today on AMD. If we get under it, then that's potential short side. And if I do long it off 119, I'm a profit taker in the 120, 150 supply. Okay? Very clear there. Microsoft, Meta, Amazon. Microsoft. So Microsoft, another clear one here, reclaimed a very key level today, right? Or yesterday. Let me zoom in on this. So right here, you can see Microsoft held this 366 demand yesterday very nicely. We actually talked about this one early morning yesterday. That was a really nice squeeze off 366. Very nice hold. I also actually want to point out one more thing, which you might have saw in my video yesterday. This was a really nice break and retest of pre-market highs yesterday, right here. If you guys look at this, this was another entry on Microsoft longs yesterday. Little break and retest of pre-market highs right here. Right here. See this? Break, retest, pre-market highs. Nice hold right there. That was clean. I did not trade it, but that was clean. So Microsoft reclaimed the 371 demand, right? You can see right here, 371, 371. We have reclaimed that level as a potential hold level. You can see we got upside off of it. So what are you watching today? Right here, guys. Very clear. 375.50, 375. Watch that on Microsoft. Be careful of that as a potential rejection point, right? If you come into it, be careful of that. If you break above it, that would be a great long watch. All right, so 375 on Microsoft, 375.50, and the 371 demand. Meta. Let's go into Meta real quick. 30-minute chart. Look at this structure that's forming here on Meta. So Meta had some previous lows here around that 321. Meta turned that level into a rejection. Meta turned that level into a rejection yesterday. And so Meta is stuck right under that 321. If you see weakness on the market today, take a look at and see where Meta is. If Meta is rejecting this 321, this could be a nice little triple top, previous low into new channel highs, a little bit of a stair step to the downside, right? Keep an eye on that 321 level. Now, if Meta breaks over 321 and turns the double top highs from Monday and Tuesday and the last week lows, if Meta turns this back into a hold level, this could also be a very nice long opportunity. So 321, it's all about 321 in my eyes on Meta today. We'll go Amazon. We'll go Google. And then we'll probably jump out of here, guys. So Amazon, I just wanted to show you real quick. I don't have much for you. It's really just back within a channel. So you can see demand, demand, demand. Yesterday held that demand. Supply, supply, supply. Okay? Very clear. There's your channel, 145.50 to 148.50. You guys know the rest. Google. Right here, you guys can see right here. Demand. And it reclaimed that level yesterday, right? Look at how Google reclaimed that 132 level. You can see we had the previous hold. We got back above it and held above it at the 132. So Google is trading within 132 and 134. That's what I would be watching today on Google. Look to see if Google holds that 132, and then watch out for that 134 supply above. All right, I think that's all I got, guys. Let's go into the NASDAQ real quick. Let's see what it's doing. It looks pretty strong into 16,000 still. So this is looking, it's looking strong to start. But we do need to still trust our levels, right? And so 16,000, that's your first level to watch. I want to put a little level here because I'm seeing this reaction and I don't want to be blindsided by it. So I need to make sure I have a level here. I do not want to be blindsided by this 16,040 high right here. So 16,000, 16,040, 16,100. Those are your levels to watch to the upside, right? And if the NASDAQ rejects 16,000, watch for that potential rejection. ES, yeah, still having a little bit of struggle up here. So this is going to make it hard, right? This is going to make it hard to long today, right? If you trade off levels, this makes it a little bit difficult to long anything this morning, because if you long something this morning, you are longing into the 4,600 pretty heavy supply that we have seen. So just be a little bit cautious of that. Be cautious of 4,600. That makes it a little bit difficult to long, right? It makes it a little bit difficult to long if you are longing back into these rejection points. So please be careful of that. All right? All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. I went over Amazon. I literally just went over it. If you guys could press that like button, if you guys could subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate that. I appreciate all your guys' support. Thank you again for stopping by. Thank you again for starting your day with me. You probably see my face more than you see a lot of people's face, huh? To the 1,700, 2,000 of you that come here, you probably see me more than you see a lot of people. So, unfortunately, I can't see you. Maybe it's a good thing. But press that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys could. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic trading day. And that's about it. Go Rangers. Go New York Rangers. Peace out.